About possible outcomes, whether we have, whether we are thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I think there are private discussions, and we don't know what's going to happen. It's a dynamic situation, because don't forget, at the end of the day, what are the legal ways in which you can remove the Prime Minister? We are saying we want it by legal means. What are those legal means? Those legal means are motion of no confidence, which of course the Speaker is going to throw out. The other one is the Perak style, the numbers in Parliament. And ultimately, it's the numbers in Parliament that determines who is Prime Minister. You've got to remember that. And so, and also, when you say, what is your plan? We've got a lot of criticism about that, actually. What is your plan? What is the... Well, we're not in power. You have to remember, we're not in power here. We are trying to do our best. We can't dictate, because we're not in a position to dictate. But we are hoping that with people power, we will have more, at least we will have a voice that may make a difference, that may make people think, that may bring numbers over, that may bring the change. That's the purpose of this. So that's one thing. Secondly, Jaya, I'm insulted you're even asking the question whether we will hang in there if the agenda is hijacked. You should know us better than that. We are very focused, okay, about...
Because I said, will you make a public declaration now so that you can get more people to sign on that you will leave that coalition once it's hijacked?
I'm not going to do it, because I'm assuming we all acting in good faith here. You all take us at our word. If we fail you, you take us down, okay? But this public declarations and all that, I'm hoping you all will trust us enough. If you don't, well, you don't. I mean, there's not a lot we can do about that. But I really hope that you unconditionally, support this declaration. Don't put conditions, don't put you must do this and X, Y, and Z before we will do this. It's difficult when there's, so many people. It's a dynamic situation. Have faith. Have faith, but also know that we are not naive. We are not naive. If something happens that is so violently against what we believe in, as Maria, myself, Cynthia, Hisham, everybody here, you must have faith that we will not stand there. We haven't fought all these years, 30 over years, all right, establishing our credentials as fighting for human rights. We're not going to sacrifice that, not for a minute. And I hope we will stand up to your scrutiny. That's all I can say. I mean, we're all human. Anything can happen. I hope and pray that we will rise to the occasion for you. That's all I can say. And I promise that we will try. We may not come up to scratch the way you want. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. But as I say, let's take it on faith, but also knowing we're not stupid. We know what's going on, and we know what we want. But at this point, really, I think it's time now. It's time now for you to make a decision. It's time now for you to make a decision. Because if we're going to do something about this country, we've got to act now. Thank you. Honestly, and I'm not just saying this to satisfy you or to try and deflect, we are all spokespersons. There isn't one spokesperson. And if you look at what's been happening since the signing of the declaration, you will see that Maria and I have probably been talking about the declaration far more than Tun Mahathir has, Maybe initially, yes. But that's how it is. And I think what I would like to see, for me, there is a question of trying to get as many signatures as we can before Ramadan. And I would like this to take off quickly. I would rather not be bogged down in some things that maybe, that we can try and fix amongst ourselves. The question, that's why I say I am not in favor of the issue of leadership of this movement. We are all leaders. I don't want to give in to the point that some one person or two persons have to lead. I don't accept that as a premise, simply because I think we're all leading. So I would like to see how that turns out, Adam. I'm suggesting that we hold for a while on your suggestion, let's see if this evolves, and let's see if everyone is comfortable with it. Because I know we are working hard. We are all individually doing our own talking, and you know, Kit Siang has been, and so on. So let it just develop that way organically. That's my suggestion. I mean, you know, I want to try and satisfy. Haris is still frowning, and that's really bothering me. But I understand it. At the end of the day, no one's going to force you to sign. Okay? If you really feel you can't, I will understand. But if you really can find it in yourself to come on board with us, this is the wave that we need. I would be